be frozen. Did you start it?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Look, y'all, I was trying to stay frozen until Ty got over here.
Two cords.
What's up, y'all?
What's cracking?
It's Ray.
It's hot.
And today, we want to be having a little discussion, something a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess we're just going to flat out say it. Do you feel like it's hard to find good contractors?
Right. What's some of your contractor horror stories?
Right. Let us know your thoughts, and also let us know where you're checking in from too.
Yeah.
If you feel comfortable. But I feel like that was a good kind of topic for this week because if you didn't know, we end up sharing that we got a new roof. And we ran into some headaches along the way.
Yeah. Towards the end. Well, no, even along the way, for sure, like every step.
Yeah, and it's been a common theme for us that it's really kind of hard to find like reliable contractors. Like, it's not even about the money. It's just, you can even call someone to come give you a quote. They'll come out. And guess what? They'll never respond. Or there's people who will come out. They pretty much say, oh yeah, I'm down. You reach out to them, let's do it. Then they keep on like ghosting you. Like, oh, I can't come today. Something popped up. And then it's just like, they fall off. And I'm just thinking like,
what happened?
Dang.
What I do?
Right, like, is it just hard to find good contractors? And it's funny because I'm kind of jumping far into it, but that's why a lot of the times, like, my baby be figuring a lot of the stuff out on his own. And I'm not gonna lie, he even ended up inspiring me, like, okay, you can be deep diving, like, this was back when we were at Raccoonville.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, I'm about to just try to learn this stuff too because we were having a hard time finding mudders at that point.
Right.
So
real hard time. We
yeah.
had people come out, give quotes, never call back, or came out, looked at it, didn't even give a quote, didn't call back.
Right.
So like, what's going on? If you don't want the job, just say that when you come and look at it. Just say, oh, this is too big for me. I don't want to do it. People interested.
Right. And it's like, it's not going to hurt our feelings. Like, I promise we're not going to cry. We just going to move on.
Right. Like, okay, you know somebody that do?
Yeah. But I'm just curious. Anybody else experience that? But let's kind of touch on what went on in our last video that kind of led up to that. So, pretty much, we got the roof that we finally needed.
Man.
Even from the jump, it seemed like we should have just got a new roof.
Right. Hold on. Debbie got from checking in. So what's up?
Hey.
Mama.
What's up, Margie?
She said if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself.
Oh my gosh. And it's starting to get frustrating though.
Yeah, because it's like, dang, why can't y'all just do it right? Like,
or at least just be upfront with us. Like, we've even had some people say, oh yeah, I know how to do that. I know how to do that.
Right.
And guess what? They had the nerve to be like, oh, like, I don't know how I'm going to end up doing this. Looking at him like, how I'm going to do this?
What you mean? You just told me you know how to do it.
Right. And then he got to do his job on top of helping them figure out how to do their job. So it's just,
and it's like, the crazy thing is I be knowing how to do the job that I'm paying them to do. So it's like, dang, why I gotta walk you through this? And I'm paying you as if you know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So you want to charge me a top dollar, you gotta know exactly what you're doing. Like, I shouldn't have to tell you, oh, that sign you installing is wrong. Shouldn't be doing it like that.
Right.
Hey, why you putting that screw in there like that? That ain't right. Wait, why you cutting that like that? It's like, if you want to get paid the full price for something, then you gotta work. Your work ethic gotta match it. That's what it is. So if I charge you $300 a day to come work for you, you gonna expect me to do $300 a day type work. I shouldn't have to come to you and be like, hey, how do I do this over here? How do I install this? Like,
no, for real.
yeah. But I mean, if you getting paid $100 a day, you know what I'm saying? Then you can ask questions like that. Like, you still gotta know something, but it's like, be a type of person that if somebody tell you something, like, you a quick learner. That'd be a plus with like this type of work. Being a quick learner, or a hands-on learner.
Right.
Yeah, because like, I can show you how to do this right here, and then you can take that little lesson and boom, shoot off and do the rest of them. Perfect. I done had that case a couple times with a couple workers we had, but they just ain't end up sticking around. But hey, I'm good at hiring people, teaching them how to do it, and then paying them to do it. That's actually pretty crazy. Not a lot of people do that.
Right. Usually people will have to like go to, like a trade school, learn a trade, or either they'll have to build the skill on their own versus getting paid to learn. So
Right.
that's kind of a conversation we ran into too.
Basically, to the right.
Oh, to the right? Oh, to the right is that one. Or you want me to go to the left? You
Oh,
at
look,
the
I'm looking at the damn. Go to the left.
your other left.
Yeah, right.
Oh, your other right. But yeah, y'all. But that's an issue that we kind of discussed before, because it's even the time where we were like, dang, okay, should some classes be being hosted to teach people these skills? Because these type of skills are like, you can literally go to somebody's house and you pretty much can go make money right away once you get the skill down pat.
Right.
So for you to pretty much be coming, you learn the skill and then you're getting paid to pretty much learn. It's like, who really winning?
You come to work.
Right, it's
Come
like
to learn a
you
new
working
skill,
and
for
you
real.
learning.
It's a life skill too. That'd be the great thing about it.
Right.
Come to learn life skills. Sure, I didn't have people come. I show them how to do it. Hey, they get good at it. A customer pull up, ask for some info, and I be like, shoot, give me your info. That's how you get your first customer.
Yeah.
Bam, from there, I'll be wanting everybody to win. I don't be caring if you pull up, learn how to do something, and then shoot, go off and start doing that. That's the best way to learn what you like to do too. Like what work you want to do, what work you don't want to do. Just talking to the contractors out there, or anybody really.
Right.
If you don't know what you want to do in like life and stuff like that, shoot, just go out there and try stuff. Like, oh, I don't know if I don't like roofing. Guess what? I tried roofing, almost fell off. Hey, God bless you.
Yep.
I believe after y'all.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Even with me being a realtor, technically I'm still licensed. I just end up putting my license on hold. But with that, I learned that I don't want to be doing all the ripping and running it would take to reach that level. It's different if I didn't have kids and I didn't want to be a part of their growth. But,
Yeah.
Somebody saying something?
Nah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. The growth. Seeing the kids grow. And it's like with being a realtor, you kind of had to you kind of got to keep on chasing.
Yeah.
And I feel like if my kids was in daycare, or if they were in school and in daycare, it would be easier for me to rip and run, because it's like, okay, I can constantly be worried about the next fish I'm gonna catch. But it's funny how that's for some people and it's not for some people.
Right.
Like even some people got little kids and they still make a way to do that, but it's just everybody got their own interest, and that was not mine. And I switched it up. So that's important.
Yeah, Nelly Alfred actually had a 2-part.
Oh.
I forgot to add. Read the rest of it. She said it's sad that some people take advantage.
Oh,
You
my God.
both always do an awesome job. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear.
But yeah, people definitely take advantage of you too.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when they think you don't know what you're doing or know what you're talking about.
Ooh, but
you gotta hit them with a few things and they like, oh snap, okay.
yeah, and what about when somebody really, I feel like one of our first experiences where somebody tried to take advantage of us was when we were doing the 3 family.
Yeah.
He was really good with his words, but he was good with his learning skills a little bit. It's just, some people people try to drag their feet.
Yeah,
And they
a
try
little
to
bit too
milk
much.
the clock. And that's pretty much what he was doing.
Yeah, so we paid like a neighborhood guy that was there. He was like, "Oh, I did mudding for years. Um, I'm super good at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person to do this. Blah 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 blah." So I'm like, "All right." Had him come through, price the job for me, and he literally lived at the corner. So it's like he literally was walking from home to there, and he was probably like, how old do you think he was? Probably like 60.
Yeah.
He was up there though, like
Yeah.
probably 70 dang there.
Because I remember just being like, wow, that's even cool to see him still at it.
Yeah, so we put him to work. Boom, he got to work, and so he was working, but the only thing was, it was like, wasn't nothing getting finished.
Right.
So it was like, all right, I put him on the second floor of the unit, the second floor unit. It really wasn't that bad. Did I start it or something like that? Or no?
I feel like he was there by himself.
Yeah, so I gave him that whole
you
unit.
Went somewhere.
I was downstairs or upstairs. We was upstairs. Because remember, we finished that unit and then...
And I was downstairs.
Right. So I was on the third floor where he was on the first floor working. And he was on the second floor, but nothing was getting done. Every time we came in there, I'd be looking like, all right, so 2 rooms done. All right, let's see what tomorrow gonna hold. Come back. Same thing, or it'd be a little bit more mud. He put mud on everything. He'd be like, oh, we'll be ready to sand such and such. All right, come there. This dude's sanding. Man, I get up there, he's sanding too much mud off the wall. So guess what he gotta do? He gotta put mud back on the wall. So he put mud back on the wall, smooth it out, sand it again, sand it too much off somewhere else. That's what he gotta do again, re-mud it. And that's what he was doing, sanding stuff off, mudding back on there. And it's like, hold on, like, this ain't making sense, bro. Like, you should have been done, and then you sanding too much of your mud that you put on off, and you put it back on. That's like, why am I paying you to do the same thing over and over again? So pretty much I had to tell him like, I'm good, man. Hey, we're gonna
like appreciate you, but
we appreciate you, but we appreciate it even more if you leave. So, yeah, we pretty much had to fire him from doing that, and then we had to finish the mud from there. Did we try to? I think after that it was kind of like, man, having people to even like come out and look at the job or to pay somebody was like, it's gonna be a hassle in its own self.
Right.
So we was just like, forget it. And then we learned the lesson from that. And I think I told the dude before he even started, like, it's not my first rodeo. I know when people try to milk the clock, that's why I don't pay by the hour.
Yeah.
Like, we try to pay by the day or pay by the job. That's what I really like doing, paying by the job. And for that job, I had it, like, priced out to really not spend over, like, $1,300. I think really it was, like, 12. And then it was, like shoot.
A month later.
Yeah. A month later, and it's like $1,400. I'm already paid this dude. And I'm like,
one unit.
Oh no. Like, you gotta go. So got rid of him, and then he kept saying like, oh, I can come back. And then we ended up telling him like the reason we not having you come back is because you kind of doing the same work over and over, and you costing us money. I'm like, I'm over my budget that I was budgeting for that mud to be done.
Right.
And then the crazy thing about it, when he started, he worked good for like the first week. And then I guess from working that much, he wasn't used to it. He was used to sitting down chilling. This dude, what, his hip and stuff or something? His wrist? No, that was like his hips. It was something that went bad on him.
Right.
And he had to go, he was going back and forth to the doctor, so he was hurt.
Right.
Then he got fixed, came back, and then worked, was doing the same thing after that.
Yeah,
and that's
he was
when we
cool
like,
after that.
Yeah. But then that's when we was like, all right. Wish you
But
could.
it's just interesting. Like, some people be interesting, but I know nobody's perfect. It's like, of course, everybody gonna have their ups and downs, but it's like, I don't know. I just feel like give a price that matches your work and keep your word. And if you're not able to honor your word, then just be upfront about it.
Yeah.
That's just like if you calling off the work. Or like if you just, what you gonna do? Like if you apply for a job and then they be like, oh, you're hired, you just gonna leave them on red?
Right.
Like you just not gonna say nothing like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested no more. Like people really just be like, Ooh, I'm not gonna say nothing to them. It's like, what in the world?
Man.
Yes, but we're interested if y'all got any stories. I don't know if anybody tuned in to our last video we posted, even our shorts.
Yeah.
Let us know what y'all thoughts are.
And feel free to hit the like button too, so
Oh yeah.
other people like y'all can find our channel.
Yes.
And
So we keep growing together.
yep.
Together. But yeah, I still can't believe like how the holidays are here.
Man.
Like it's just oh my god, crazy.
It's December 22nd.
It's crazy.
I don't even remember when it was December 1st. It
seemed like you don't remember.
It seemed like December 1st was like last week.
Man, that was my mama's birthday, and ever since then, it's just been like the days just been falling off the calendar. That's why I feel like it's weird to be so like tuned into the calendar for real, because it's like you will feel like everything's just moving so fast.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It'll feel better to me if it was just like, okay, sun up, sun down. Like,
man,
it's another day. Like,
yeah, I think the time be like throwing it off.
Yeah, because it feel like you're almost, I don't know, you press kind of.
Yeah, like, and the time be changing. Yeah. So you can be used to a certain time. Like, all right, boom, I know I'll be having this done by this time.
Right.
But like when the time go back, it just throw your whole schedule off, and now everything got away.
Right.
Like a mini tornado going on.
Man, it's just time in general be weird. Like I honestly think it just seems like it's going by so fast because you just get into that hustle of like, okay, I gotta do this today. And then before you know it, after you done doing what you're doing, it's like the day gone. But that's why it's important to make sure you're enjoying what you do. Even to just take breaks, like little quick breaks.
Yeah.
A little breather, because dang, that be sucking sometimes. When you be like, dang, I didn't, that's all I did all day was just sit here and like I just been in here editing, or like dang, I just been in here fixing this.
Yeah, when I be over there at the house, I be like when the day end, like today, it was like probably 6 when I left there, and I'm like, dang, we gotta go live.
Man.
And I'm like, what did I do? Vacuum this floor?
A bunch.
But then I gotta think about it, because I was over there cleaning up the basement. So I vacuumed the floor, I had it straighten up, I had tools and stuff everywhere because I just got done fixing something else.
Oh my God.
And if you a contractor, man, you got multiple things you working on, it's like, alright.
It's like a freaking storm or thunderstorm that went through that way.
You could be working on some electric, some plumbing, and like some gas lines at the same time. So now it's like tools and stuff everywhere. And now it's time for me to paint down there. And it's like,
gotta clean it
up. I gotta clean all this stuff up, reorganize my toolboxes, put this stuff back in here.
It's always a job.
Man. And then just like clean to make sure I'm flowing. Because I'm the type of person, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even like doing the cleaning part, because I'll be like, oh, it's taken away from me actually working.
Right.
So sometimes I just be like, forget it. I'll be walking over stuff, tripping, like about to break my arm.
Oh my Lord.
So today I'm like, let me just clean this stuff up, because I know I'm gonna be cussing at the air. Like if I trip and fall, mad at myself.
That's actually funny. I asked him too. I'm like, dang, I really wonder what it'll look like if I just seen like some footage of you just all day. Like, you just hear me cussing out the air.
I swear. I'm like, I be saying like, cause I swear it be like little crazy little stuff that be happening. Like you could be twisting something, and all of a sudden the whole screwdriver just fall out your hand, and you like, beep. Like how did that even happen? Like I be thinking it'd be like something my ancestors playing with me and stuff. Like see something, drop it down the hole. Now I gotta go all the way down in the basement to go grab the tool, to bring it all the way back upstairs. Man.
That's actually funny.
We all little types of little crazy stuff.
Oh my God.
But I think I just straightened up over there and definitely vacuumed, so now I ain't gotta keep walking on dust. But it's like, dang, that took the whole day. And I put a little mud on the wall too though, in that basement. So, but it's like,
one step at a time.
I'm trying to debate if we should pay somebody to paint. What y'all think?
And that's interesting. Because
Like,
it's like,
it's crazy when, cause it's like I can pay somebody to paint, and let's say they finished it. That's like a 1 day job or a 2 day job or 3. But it's like what I'm gonna be doing in those 3 days,
right?
Because I can be over there painting,
Right.
so and I got all the materials to paint.
Sense. Yeah.
Like we made a post saying what paint to get. We end up getting the Bear.
Right.
So
in the past we was getting the glidden.
Right.
And even like in our upcoming video, you're gonna see us use a combination. One thing we painted with glidden, the other we painted with Sherwin-Williams. And when y'all see the actual inside of the house get painted, it's gonna be the Bear.
Yeah. So just debating if we should pay somebody, but it'd be hard. Like paying somebody to do something, and it's gonna be like what, like $1,300, and it's like, dang, pay him $1,300 or do this myself and save $1,300. But then it's like, dang, I'm supposed to be doing something else though.
As
like,
long as the other job is probably worth more than $1,300.
I was thinking like, all right, we pay somebody to paint that, and then go fix my grandma porch.
Gotcha.
The
So
porch.
it's like technically,
Inside
porch
and
rebuild
stuff.
would be more.
Yeah.
That would cost more than probably the $1,300. But then it's also having to check the weather to make sure it's gonna be solid for you to even be out there. But I know you said, hey, I don't care about the weather, but what if it's an ice storm?
If it's an ice storm, guess what? I'm gonna be sealed up.
There you go.
But no, I don't want it to be too
out
cold
there
out there. But then it's
looking
interior
like a
stuff.
snowman.
Interior stuff we gotta do over there too.
Oh yeah, but patch and touch-up paint, I don't know if that's equivalent to $1,300.
No. But that's why I'm like, I would really get that porch done, because it's like, or just finish that stuff over there.
Or
What is the
somebody
weather
should
really?
probably get hired to fix that patch.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's why I gotta measure to see if I got a big enough piece of drywall.
But
Cause I'm just saying,
I
like,
don't know, I guess, but
cause that'd take like 2 seconds for. if I'm
babe,
over
but
there.
that's the thing.
Right.
It will be
It's like-
cheaper though. You said it'll take a day for the paint, so it's like you would rather say what?
No, it won't be a
$200,
day. It'd
or you would
be
rather
like,
say $1,300.
we say 3 days, really 2 days. Cause prime 1 day, paint the next day. And if it's a 1 coat paint like they claim it is,
Dang, we can't even put the numbers out here. What if somebody watching them and they get hired and they be like $1,300?
no. How much would y'all charge to paint a house? We got any contractors on here?
Man.
Or how much is y'all pay somebody to paint y'all house?
Ooh.
Anybody got their house painted recently or got some work done at their house?
Ooh, it say something went wrong.
No, that's your phone.
Don't be putting bodies on there.
Hey,
I'm just playing. But yeah,
y'all see how my brain just is going through and then her brain bouncing off my brain? That's the stuff we be going through. It's like, dang.
Literally.
Because there's so much stuff that need done.
It's literally like we say a problem and then it's like one of us will say the solution. We just had that issue before we got on here because I was editing the video, and it's crazy how it feel like you just need to be able to have like, you gotta have a creative space in your mind to like complete telling a story. That's literally what it is. And I was just saying like, this is the problem, and then he was just like, well, what if we do this? And then like, even in this situation, it's like, well, this is the problem. And I'm like, well, what did we do?
That's what I sound like?
Yeah. You really sound like I typed the text to the girl. You see what I'm saying? That's what other people say. They be saying he sound like Andre 3000. Somebody recently said, what they say?
They said 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz. I'm like, what? That's interesting.
Well, we got a comment from Almeida's Fine Arts.
Hey, Almeida.
Or it's probably Almeida.
Oh.
Because it's Almeida's Fine
Oh,
Art.
right. Hey, Almeida.
What's going on? What kind of art you
saying
make?
it right.
It said, thank y'all for showing knowledge and being inspiring. It definitely is hard to find good and committed contractors. For sure.
Mm.
Man, it's crazy because I be trying to find contractors like me. 'Cause when we was doing like contracting work, like man, we are like with it with our stuff. Especially we had a out of state investor, so like we was good with it. We never wanted to make the seem like the customer was getting played because the customer got played like 3 times. Like literally, she paid for one person to come do it. They started it, didn't finish. Next person started, didn't finish. Next person started, didn't finish. And she gave them money, and they was like running off. So of course, you know, when it's our turn, it's like, all right, we're gonna try to make her feel comfortable and let her know. So every step of the way, we were just showing her like, boom, we did this, did this, and it'd be really hard to find contractors like that because some people really just want to get the money and skedaddle or hurry up and do the job as quick as possible and get going. We want to do it quick as possible, but we also want to do quality.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it just be hard finding quality for real with some people because they talk a good game.
Ooh, they sure do. It'd be weird to me when people talk a good game and then they just fall off the earth. Like y'all never talked and y'all never made plans to do a project together.
You know what? One thing I learned too, when somebody like talking too fast, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Not even talking fast, but you know that person that's just like, oh, I'll never do that. Oh, like, I don't know. I feel like every person we ran into and they was like, one type of people like, oh no, trust me. You ain't got to worry about that about me. Shoot, I'm gonna stay solid. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And it's like, okay. Ooh. And then they get to working, and then disappear.
Man.
Disappear, or the quality of the work don't match.
And then they go off and try to do the same stuff, and then they be like saying like, I learned this from this person and stuff, and then it be like, some people be needing a little more practice.
Yes, a whole lot of more practice.
And it's like, that's not to say like, you don't have to start from somewhere, but some people be so in a rush to try to like separate themselves from somebody, and they want to be, I don't know, I guess people be wanting to be the leader kind of.
Yeah.
They don't want to feel like they on a team. They want to lead a team.
Work for somebody else.
Yeah, but then they will go work for somebody.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
But we even were having that discussion because I was just saying, like, it's funny how it can be like, did somebody say something?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
D-Doc just checked in. What's up,
hey,
D-Doc?
What's up, D?
I appreciate your hard work.
Oh.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you appreciating our hard work. For real.
Yeah,
we appreciate y'all for just tuning in and watching it too.
No, for
it's
real.
Pretty cool.
We truly appreciate it because, well, I feel like we say this all the time, but I'm gonna just break it down simple. It feels good, like real, recognize real. Okay.
Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all.
Oh, D-Doc just sent us $4.99 too.
Oh,
shout out to you.
Thank you so much. That was so nice.
Yes, we super appreciate that for sure.
Yes. Look, what we gonna get with that? We gonna get what we need. You just said we need something. He just said we need some drywall. He like, I think I'm gonna go find some drywall. Oh, yeah. So thanks so much.
I ain't gonna lie, that just bought a piece of drywall. Like, coming up soon, we gotta go back to grandma's house, which is actually tomorrow. We supposed to be going there. Okay. Cause this is gonna be the first Christmas without my grandma, so we actually having Christmas at her house. So we gotta do some touch-up painting over there, some cleaning. I gotta rebuild the porch. So that's gonna be nice. And then y'all gonna actually get an updated video of how grandma's house actually look now too after she decorated and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So truly appreciate that.
Incoming, better kids.
Art kids.
Then I got a new iPad.
Why do you have a new iPad?
Yeah, we got it from Best Buy.
But why do you have a new iPad?
Because my iPad was
and why
broken.
does the D-Dog
Who broke it?
have a Japanese name?
Me.
What kind of dog is this? That's like a
Is it a Doge?
Yeah, I think it is kind of like that dog. The dog actually have a certain name, but I don't remember. But you gotta say shout out to D-Doc. They sent us $5.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yes. And what did you just say?
Said thank you in Japanese.
All right, little lady.
Because I love Japan.
But it was nothing attached to it.
Oh no,
No words.
no,
Nothing.
she was the one that said
Oh,
appreciate
okay.
the hard work.
Oh, but yeah.
Appreciate that.
So we were kind of getting a little into like just being willing to work on a team versus everybody feeling like they have to be the head.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe some people feel like they can, I don't know, work for the big companies because they don't know the owner. Maybe that make them feel more comfortable.
I think we be going through a lot of people that want to work with us too, and want to work with us for us. We say with us.
Yeah.
We don't never say like, oh, you work for us. Like, is you working with us? Because we all working together. We not just like standing around looking at you work.
Yeah, so team. It's like we completing projects together.
Yeah. So when people come out to help us, shoot, it's literally a team effort. But for some reason, I think it's because it be like we own the house. We got some interest in the house. So people look at that and be like, oh, I don't want to work for you. You fixing up your own house. I'm helping you
fix your
house. But it's like they want to quit working with us and then go get a job somewhere else. And it's like, but you about to go and help them build up their business.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not just working with us. Like, anybody that come work with us, you're going to learn also.
Right.
Like, even if you know everything. Like, or we might learn from you. We going to learn from each other.
Exactly.
But people be...
Sometimes we learn what to make sure we don't end up working with again.
Yeah.
Or tolerating again.
Learning the signs and all that good stuff. So, but people, I guess some people just really want to branch off. So they'll come learn literally a little bit.
A little.
And then be like, all right, you know. And then they run and go tell everybody that they do everything. But then they'll call me and be like, hey, I got a job for this. You want to come help me? We can do it. No, because we is over here still working at this house that I was trying to help you. Hey, you to come help us with.
Shut up. Exactly. And that sometimes it sucks because I like to use this example. Like even with LeBron, it's like he's not LeBron by himself. It's like he has a team. So it's like some people will be like, oh, like this person pretty much seemed like they the head of this, and it's like, first of all, everybody's a unit. Like if one player fall off, the whole team gonna be lacking.
Right.
So it's like I just don't be understanding that. I just really don't. I get what you're saying. Like some people just feel like.
I think some people too, if they know us, they feel like, oh, I shouldn't. I don't know. That'd be weird. See, we just think different because if somebody doing something, hey, we
win.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know. Sometimes it make me shrink into a shell. I'm not even gonna lie because it makes me feel like it's hard to find genuine love out here. So it feels so weird when you're literally giving genuine love, and then like for people to like give you like a little, like they be like sprinkle, like a little tink, and then you just gave them this glass full of love, like here, it's filled to the top, it's overflowing. And then they give it back to you, and it's like downhill.
They just stick their finger in there and grab some water.
Throw it at you. Oh my God.
Like,
just a little, like what they be like, with the holy oil.
Right. Splash.
Man. But that's just so interesting. I guess it's just weird. I don't know. Like, is it really hard to find good contractors, or is it just, I don't know. I guess the good contractors.
Hard to find really good people.
Well, yeah.
I feel like if you a good person,
you gonna keep your word.
Yeah, you gonna keep your word, and that's that. Yeah. Like, some people be like, oh, well, they ain't pay for that. Like, did you explain that they didn't pay for that to them? Because some people, of course, you know, everybody want like a discount and stuff like that. But it's like, you can't agree to a price and then they still thinking you about to still build them a Taj Mahal.
Yes, and that's one thing I hated about the roofing situation. If you don't know about our previous video, basically we showed the roof getting complete from start to finish, and in the end, the roofer pretty much was like, I'm done. Ty, he ended up showing up there and he's like, okay, here's your payment. You know, it's like, we excited for real.
Right,
because
we
it's
like,
like,
oh, yeah,
we got the roof. He said he looked up and the roof wasn't even finished. He see green still.
And it's like, as I'm giving him the money, so it's like put out your hand. I'm like this. Boom. Got like grab the money, babe.
Oh, I'm grabbing. I was sorry. I'm thinking
so just like this, and then she got it. And as soon as I do that, I look up, and then I'm like, oh, I'm like, what happened? Like the roof is still green. I'm like, what's going on with this roof? And he like, I don't know. You said you was gonna do it. I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, he like, oh, you didn't tear it off. I'm like, you said you was gonna go on top of it or something like that. He like, oh no, that wasn't in the price. He like, I can do it. It's gonna be extra $100. And I'm like, $100? Like, you say? I'm like, this is 13 squares, right? The roof size is 13 squares. He like, yeah. He like, and I charge you for 13 squares. I installed 13 squares. I'm like, how? You installed 13 squares if the dang on porch ain't done? He like, oh no, I installed 13 squares. But it's
something
like,
as simple as that. And
what?
that could break a whole freaking relationship over something like that because literally a little miscommunication.
And the crazy thing about it too, right? So the price that he gave me, I think our original price, too, I can give y'all some numbers. It was $1,300. But then
we bought everything. Though.
Yeah, we bought everything. They were just doing the labor.
They just showed up.
So he was like, oh, it'd be $1,300. But then it was wood involved. And then I think he charged like $25 per sheet to install the wood. So the total price.
It was something weird, like $1,890 or $1,880.
Yeah.
But no, remember, he technically was like, it'd be like $1,880, but you could just give me $1,800.
Yeah.
Because I remember it being like, oh yeah, okay.
And then when he said $1,800, I'm like, dang, where you get that price from? Because he never told me, gave me an updated price after I brought up the wood.
Right, and y'all even had to figure that out.
Yeah. So I'm at that time, I'm like, hold on, like $1,800, my heart dropped because I'm like, we were just at 13, now we at 18, and then, dang, that's a big jump for real. Like that ain't just like no $100 jump. So this was the reason I had an issue with paying the $100 extra because I done already paid.
And you keep on saying it's more. It's more.
So that was 3 on top of that. And then I'm like, oh, you ain't say that though. I'm like, you said this number. He like, oh, the wood. Oh, I had to cut this. And I'm like, yeah, but don't forget that I was up there cutting stuff for you to make it easier for you. Like, and I ain't even, and as I was doing that, I wasn't like gonna bring that up after the fact, like, oh, I helped you, so what discount I get? I wasn't gonna do none of that. But the fact he threw extra money on top of it and tried to say that they was doing extra work, and I'm like, don't forget, I took off a bunch of extra work for you. And he was like, oh, you know what? Don't worry about it. Give me,
I think like $1,800.
Yeah, he was like, oh, just give me $1,800 instead of that 18 or whatever. And then I'm like, nah, because like this is the thing, like, all right, you said that's how much it is, and I'm like,
well, it's actually funny the way that played out because he was like, you could just give me $1,800, and I think you was just like, okay. And then when you came to me, remember, I was kind of like, well, he said $1,800, and he was like, no, just give him the $1,880. It's cool because it was like a weird number. So he was like, no, just give him it. And it's funny because
I'm like, they did extra work. I'm like, all right, they did some extra stuff.
Right,
they
you
came
on talking about it.
Yeah, I'm like, shoot, they came on time. I'm like, shoot, they did what they were supposed to do. I'm like, all right, I'm like, shoot, we just giving it because that's the number they asked for. So let's go ahead and just give it to them. And it's like, dang, I gave it to him, and then seeing that roof unfinished, and you charged me an extra $100. You just told me don't worry about the $80. So now I'm like, dang, so you can't just do it? Like, I already gave the money that you asked for.
Well, technically, you said you didn't bring it up to him, though. You said you didn't even bring up the fact, like, you told me $1,800.
Right, and I didn't even think about that. Right. Like, when we was discussing that extra $100, didn't even think about that. Oh, I just gave you what you was asking for.
I do.
He wants his iPad.
Oh, we already know that.
Yeah.
We not talking about no iPads right now.
Right, so adios.
We got some work for y'all, though. Y'all need some assignments?
No.
No.
Y'all
He
sure?
didn't want trying to steal my iPad.
No.
All right, well, get out of here. Adios,
It's an
amigos.
iPad land.
He too thirsty.
But Ava, we can share.
It's funny because this window get cracked open, and I just started
That's why
shivering.
we can share.
It's cold outside. What's the temperature right now?
Man,
Why
It's
why,
19 degrees outside.
why freaking
Why you
coyote?
need this? And then.
Why was the coyote just like roaming down our street like this?
Man.
Yeah, I do.
And
He
they was
just
actually
walked
in our yard too.
Man,
He just walked my
no,
nose.
don't push that shit.
Yeah.
He just walked my nose.
He was walking like no.
He like do.
He acts like
He
he
ain't
was.
crashing through no wall now.
He did grab the thing like.
But I got to Google like what's the
Aye.
coyote?
Oy.
I'm saying I still with my dinosaur like. Now where you at?
Girl.
I said, where you at, too?
And if it came out to me, I was like, get your butt out.
Then Ava said, hiya.
But that is funny because so I was like, shoot, this they house. I'm like, dang, you right. But they better not come to my house.
Man. That was like my first time seeing one that big. Like, he was actually big. Every time I seen a coyote, it was like small, but that joint was actually like big.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
looked
It was
a
just
dog,
your head now.
An adult dog. That's what
Right.
it looked like.
and he was just following his way down the street, like going fast.
That's
Oh,
a
after
mistake
it's
way to
done.
happen. You gonna be right.
Ava?
I want to put my big
Mm-mm.
No, here. Right there.
Ava, we should get our
Oh,
mom.
yeah.
We
That was
should get our
crazy
own.
story.
Yeah.
But do anybody celebrate Christmas on here? And I want to know if y'all tree is up, because ours definitely not.
No, I'm just playing.
And we actually gotta get off live and set up all our stuff because we
What
super
if
late.
we do live while we setting it up?
That's what we was thinking, but
We should
It's
do
a-
we gotta take more
Interesting.
planning. We gotta set up. They gotta be planned right. We gotta have enough lighting. It's dark in this little room.
Yeah, we gotta.
Dang, I ain't even got my
We
lights
doing-
here.
We doing Christmas a little different this year too.
And
Just paying
Gigi,
attention to just different stuff. No. My bad, y'all. I probably was like, whoa. But he was about to take the phone down.
Man,
the
he
tripod
notorious
down, the
for
chair.
knocking over the camera.
Yes, we just had to switch out his iPad because he cracked his whole screen, and it actually worked out for us because
And Mama.
at Best Buy they have a total care program where they, give you a discounted rate to replace stuff. And we took it in. They pretty much was like, oh, it'll be $50 or whatever. But they called Ty like, oh, you know what? Make sure you wipe it and everything because we just gonna give you a brand new one.
Right.
So we took it in, literally swapped
Swap
it
that
out.
boy out.
And guess what? The one now is cheaper, I guess, because it's the holiday season. So we
Yeah.
got money back.
Right though.
Oh,
So
wow,
it's like the screen broke. They end up giving us $70 back and a brand new iPad.
we like, thank you.
So do we need to check out the other one because we bought two of them joints. Like, is that screen broke?
Right, like, what's wrong with
I
us?
could get a phone, a purple phone.
Ava didn't break
Yes.
But I kind of want a purple
Anita
phone and
said,
then my
that's
pink
kids, no
iPhone.
worries.
And
The
you know
kids
this
is always on go. Like right now, he's running. You're on back and forth like this. And all it's gonna take is one little trip, and then he gonna be on the floor. Y'all gonna see his face on the camera. And
No,
camera.
In the camera. Dude, don't do
Stop.
that. Yes. So that's what we have planned. Like, do y'all celebrate holidays? Is there a holiday you're looking forward to? Right.
Right. Hanukkah.
Christmas.
Or just the holidays. I ain't gonna lie. Like Christmas. I don't know.
I like
I don't
this
be caring. It's different now for real because
Now y'all
It's-
should.
it'd be weird because it make it seem like it's all about the presents. And I think we changed the feel of that in our house though, because it's definitely about like family coming together
I
and
think it's
enjoying
about
each other.
family, presents, and food.
I'm not gonna lie, the way media
Good food.
set it up, it seemed like it's more about the presents.
Yeah, because
For media.
right, because they gonna make money off of it.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, sell. Come
Right.
buy this. It's like we had to tell our family Like when it comes to buying like the kids stuff, it's like this is what they actually want.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you can either buy this or put some money towards us getting it. But buying like the junk toys, I swear we had a whole basement just full of toys.
Ooh.
I'm talking about full of toys. They
That
got
we don't
toys,
even
and guess
play.
what? Don't even play with them.
Oh,
Brand new
'Cause
toys.
They boring now. We want other toys.
Yeah.
I mean, I could keep that. I
Wait,
could keep
do
that
y'all-
dollhouse.
do
I
y'all
used
show-
to don't have it just like
Do
me.
y'all show them
You have
You
one.
have so many
the
dollars
outside
like
guy?
outside in dirt.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Do y'all
But,
show the
Yeah, we had to take a bunch of toys to the Salvation Army. So a bunch of
Well, not
not Salvation Army, but
But the plan or
the
something.
Goodwill.
The
So
Well,
we
and don't forget about the plan or something.
No. We took the toys to the Goodwill.
Oh, wait, we
We
do-
only keep good, like the decent, the good. I said
Well,
decent, Lord.
I want
The
to
good
keep
toys.
card.
We give them to the Goodwill. For like furniture and household stuff, we go to Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah,
And
right, right.
then for like clothes that are in good condition, we go to the city mission.
yeah, we like to give it straight to them.
Straight to like people who are homeless, who are like in need. I feel like it's a little more useful there, even though don't get me wrong, the Goodwill, we read into it and it seemed that they actually give their money to like the neighborhood programs. They probably give money to like the city missions and different cities.
Right.
But, yeah, but it's just, I don't know, it feels better to be given, like these clothes are in nice condition. They just, our kids ran through them. They
Yeah.
grow so fast. So it feels good to even do that. I feel like the holidays were a little different this year because we kind of spent the time almost gifting other people good quality stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like now it's more about clearing out stuff we're not using.
Yeah. Cause we downsizing, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
we getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff, and we just did another big load, and it was just good getting that stuff out. I'm ready to
Two.
go in the basement and check out some more stuff.
Right. It feels good to get stuff you're not even using out because the stuff will sit there for literally like months and it's not being touched. And I saw somewhere, I was just trying to, get tips on decluttering, and they were saying that in American households, people usually will have around 300,000 items and they only use 20% of it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's really crazy. Like, that's
Like,
why.
It'd be just easy to store stuff in your basement.
Yep.
How many people got stuff in their basement and the last time you seen it was like a couple years ago?
Oh my god.
That's how you know when it's time to get rid of stuff.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. So it's funny because when we put up this tree, we actually gonna have to go ahead and cycle out some of our old bulbs.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have bulbs in there that we haven't used for years because we were given the bulbs because other people didn't want them. They was hoping somebody else would use them, and it's like it kind of repeated the cycle of not being used. So we have to actually give some of that stuff away.
Yeah. All of it, sure. It's like after this Christmas, it's like
Okay.
I feel like after this Christmas we can probably give all that stuff away. I don't want to fresh start with new stuff.
Right.
Like just it's gonna be like the last Christmas in this house.
Yeah, because
moving
we're
on
off to other adventures.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we gave away this picture. It was a picture of New York, and it's so funny because all these years, literally had that picture for probably since our first house,
Yeah,
which
so
turned
that's
into
about
our first investment property.
10 years?
Yeah, was it 10 years?
They were 9.
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
had it before she was born.
Right, so almost 10
Almost
years.
11.
No, probably not 10 years because I was still working at Marks. Y'all ever heard of Marks? But I was working there. We basically got a good price on it. So it probably was like maybe 8 years ago, 7 years or something.
Oh.
No, that's a
No,
lie.
'cause, yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
gotta be
was
10.
like 10 years ago. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so it was a picture of New York, and never looked at that picture with any type of meaning. Was just like, oh, it's a cool picture. Like, we always just thought it was cool, and then I got to the point, I'm like, why the heck do we have a picture of New York, and we not even like from there? literally, as we're donating the picture, it clicks to me like, that freaking picture all this time could have been standing for our first trip where we just was like, forget everything, we about to go do what we want to do.
Yep.
And that was our first trip. We learned so much stuff, but that was like a crazy adventure, and I would not take that back. I mean, of course, if I could rewind it and do stuff a little differently, maybe, but at the same time, that was like,
yeah, that was like the first. I'm talking about we was fresh out of high school. We just graduated. No, we prom. It was like end of prom, and we like, should we go to this amusement park with all these other kids? And it's like,
to your point,
I don't want to go there. I'm tired of seeing these kids. Let's do something different. And we ended up driving to New York. Like, I don't know what clicked in our brain. Like, let's go here. Or we went to the little 106 and Park show at that time.
yeah.
But it was like, we literally just was like, forget it. We ain't look up what
No
to do in New York. No,
No.
man. We just went out there, and that was a wild trip. Something we learned not to do that again.
Right.
I guess we can do it now since we older. We able to get hotels and stuff, but we was 18, 17, 18.
But
Wasn't nobody renting us no room.
I kind of felt like that was like a statement for real. Like,
Yeah.
just go after what you want. Like, you will pretty much end up figuring it out. Don't get me wrong, it was like some stuff that I wish would have went a little bit different, but at the same time, it wouldn't be a crazy story to tell. So it's like, I don't know, that's actually just, it was weird to finally have meaning for the picture when we're giving it away to somebody else.
But that probably was the original meaning, though.
I don't think so.
It's
Honestly,
like,
I
well, we
think I
went to
just
New York.
liked it.
I think we created the meaning of it after you got it. But I'm like, yeah, that joint dude, it was a nice picture, but it's like, and out of nowhere, the picture fell off the wall.
Right.
Like, that's what
literally.
she forgot to mention. Like, the picture been on the wall all these years, and I'm telling you, we just sitting in the living room, and that boy was just like,
No reason.
bang,
for it to
fail.
fall.
Wasn't nobody running or nothing. I'm like, yep, it gotta go.
No reason.
Must have been a sign.
Right. But I don't know. It just was like a dang just a reminder. Like, just keep going. New adventures on the way.
Yeah.
Like, just keep on. Like, quit trying to be so calculated about everything. Even though, don't get me wrong, calculated risk, okay?
Yeah.
But I don't know. That just brought me back to a time where it was like, dang, where y'all was literally like, let's do it.
Yeah. And that's literally how we do stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
We just be like, sure, let's just do it and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't no point in just sitting back and being like, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. Let's do it. See how it go. If it went good, hey, now we know we can do it again. If it went bad, we know not to do it again.
Right, hey, but at least we still got each other.
Man.
Might be a little dusty and crusty from that, but no, just like.
Hey. We came out.
But yeah, y'all. So we about to get ready to, like, you know, get our tree in order. We thinking about sharing. Like, we usually share a Christmas video every year of us just, like, preparing for the holidays. And if we end up sharing it, just a heads up, it'll probably be, like, something like, you know, Christmas just isn't the same. But we'll kind of share what we found the meaning to be for us. And basically just share what meaning we've given to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, we up out of here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Really, really appreciate y'all.
Right.
Shout out to D-Dog. Shout out to Amita Fines Art. Definitely appreciate you, Work Professional and Daddy Godfrey.
Right.
We all jumping in the comment section. We know a bunch of people be watching on their TV, so feel free to hit that like button for us. Two of y'all watching this, think we could do it on the TV as well.
Mm-hmm.
But stay tuned for the new video that's going to be posting tomorrow.
Tomorrow was, oh yeah, right.
Yep, Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully some of y'all on break. Y'all ain't got to go to work, but I guess if people work out of school, you on break.
Right.
But it's getting close to that holiday. Save your money. Don't be tripping over these presents. If you can't afford it, don't buy them kids or them people nothing.
Right.
Just start, hey, let them know. I got you next year. I ain't got extra money for you. I got extra money for my household or for myself.
Right.
So.
And I I wouldn't even feel bad about it either. It's just, I feel like time is the most precious thing. I feel like that's a perfect gift to give somebody. If you give somebody your dedicated time, put the phone down, turn the TV off, put a little bit of music on, not too loud, so you can hear each other. Like, I feel like enjoying each other's presence is like the best present, and I don't think a lot of people value that.
No.
Like, some people will be like, oh, dang, they just came, they ain't bring no gifts nor nothing.
They just value monetary items.
Yeah,
and
it's like,
don't worry about that.
yeah, it's more to life.
Mm-hmm.
Presence is a present. But
It's
yeah.
the kick is a blessing. So, I'm Divine. Said thank you. Stay awesome and blessed. Appreciate it. You too.
Blessings to you. And happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays to all. We very appreciate y'all being here. Stay tuned for the new video tomorrow. ARTTLife.com.
Like, peace.
And peace.